It's the CoxPlate again, and it's 2013. Okay, there is some good value possibly to be had, but it's going to be a very, very, very difficult ask to be sure of finding a winner. Well, we're going to start with Super Cool. I'm looking at the win form ratings according to our GTX program, and you'll see it's going to be a very diverse rating here because there are four rating methods, if you like, here. Win form 1, 9, 2 and 7 are the three other programs, and on the traffic lights, you might remember we discussed this a while ago, it gets 3 out of 4. Our foreteller is a 7-year-old, so that knocks him down a bit, and he only gets 2 green lights out of 4. But have a look at Long John. This 3-year-old is going to race on the pace, gets 4 green lights. That should signify something, but let's go ahead and have a look at the horses on an individual basis. First of all, Super Cool, by the way, is paying $26 at the moment and $6.50 per place. That looks very good value. 2 starts this track, 1 win, which was over this distance. 4 starts at the distance for 2 wins and a third. That's pretty consistent. Also, he's only had 13 lifetime starts as a 4-year-old. 4 wins and 5 placings, so very, very consistent. I was disappointed last start when third beaten 5 lengths behind Atlantic Jewel in what was a very slow run race. Prior to that, he was a bit unlucky because he was blocked for a run, and that was behind Happy Trails, 12th at the turn to finish 9th. But if you look at all his previous runs here, you'll find that he sits basically around the pace, and that's something he's going to have to do on a Saturday if he's going to be the winner of this race. He's drawn barrier 13. Now, it's only a 200-metre run to the first corner, and it's very important that you be on the pace at that stage. He has got the pace to get across, and probably sitting 3 or 4 out at the end of it. If we move along to foreteller, problem is he's a 7-year-old now, but he's only had 35 runs for 10 wins. A very good win 2 starts ago, but coming from behind the pace. Did finish on a bit to just beat Super Cool into second place the other week behind Atlantic Jewel. Prior to that was beaten 5 lengths behind It's a Dundee, who's in this race today. I have doubts about this, but his run here at Rose Hill in March this year was particularly good, and well, he's going to be reasonably competitive, but this is a very, very, very tough race. The interesting runner is Long John. Now, Long John's not a very long price. He's had 5 wins from 7 starts. You can see here that his ratings, if you like, for win form, he ran a 66 at his second start over 1300, won that very easily, leading all the way. Ran a 59 at his second run from a spell, winning by 2.5 lengths at Flemington. He's run a third here at Caulfield, only beaten just under a length behind Declare Big Bang, and they told me he was a bit unlucky today. I missed that run. But then again, he won last start when we reckoned he was a good bet. Actually, won quite a lot of money on him last start at Caulfield over the 1600. It all points towards him running a very good race over the 2,000 metres. And have a look at this. He's won at Bendigo, he's won at Sandown, he's won at Flemington, he's won at Caulfield. This is a horse that can run on every track. And you can see here he can easily race on the pace. He can race in the lead. And quite frankly, in this particular race from barrier 10, once again, he's going to cart across, and he's going to be in a very good position by the first turn, and that's going to hold him in good stead. Mars Marvel, well, it's a funny rating this because, to my mind, it's not going to give him a really good rating overall, and I'm not really excited about this horse. He's better over at a longer distance, as you can see. And the only horse that he couldn't beat last start, Honorius, was disappointing last Saturday. So even though the rating comes up there with a bonus for running on a dead track, and obviously the track is going to be a little bit damp on Saturday, I just don't feel that he's got the class. I just can't put it in words other than that. Look at Happy Trails. He was a winner last start over the 2000. 37 starts though for only 6 wins. 5 starts at this track, and that holds him in good stead. After that, we've got Poisonous Saloon, and what more can we say? Hasn't started this track, but 8 wins from 17 starts. Probably should have won last start when beaten a neck behind Happy Trails. The start before that was a little bit disappointing behind It's a Dundee. However, we've got every reason to think that he can do better today, and he hasn't had a run for almost a month, you might say. It's 21 days. They've freshened him up quite a bit, and for that reason we could see the best of him tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very difficult race, this particular one. But I do expect that he's going to be well behind the pace, and that's probably a disadvantage. And also a disadvantage is the barrier 7. Why the barrier 7? Because you're going to get horses like Super Cool and Long John rushing across from the outside, and the horses on the inside gates are very likely going to be cramped up a bit. There's another horse here you'll see is Happy Trails was in barrier 2. That's another reason that I didn't like him. It's a done deal. I've got a 20-point penalty on this horse. He would rate a 67.6 otherwise and put him right up there, but I'm worried about the fact that he was injured slightly, and I'm worried about the fact he hasn't had a run for so long. That's against him. As for the others, I don't like Fiorente. Green Moon, I don't think this is his race. He has run over this distance before, and as a matter of fact, he's won 4 times over the distance. But I just don't feel, given the gap, that he's going to be the fittest horse in this race tomorrow. And so at the end of the day, very, very hard. I'm going to back Super Cool each way. I'll back him for the win in the place. I'm probably also going to back Long John. And I think I will probably save on Fuisson Staloon. It's going to be a great race. It's on at 5:45 in the evening. It's going to be absolutely perfect for us. All I can do is wish you the best of luck.